Assalamu alaikum guys. In this lecture we are going to study node voltage analysis. In the previous lecture we learned some steps to find the node voltages. In this lecture we will solve an example to understand the concept and better implement it, and we will see what will happen if there is a voltage source instead of a current source in our circuit. Because when there was a current source, we know the current of the current source and we can easily apply KCL rule, but when there will be a voltage source in the circuit, it will be a little bit complicated. We will see how we will solve the circuit that contain voltage source. So this is the circuit of the example. We want to find the node voltages VA, VB and VC. This is a bridge circuit and it looks very scary, but we will solve it. First of all, we will apply the node equation, KCL equation at this node A. We will write the KCL equation for node A. We will see I0 is entering and I1 and I2 is leaving. So the KCL equation is I0 will be positive minus I1 minus I2 is equal to 0. At node B, I1 is entering, so I1 is positive, plus I5 is also entering and I3 is leaving. The sum is equal to 0. At node C, I2 is entering, I5 is leaving and I4 is also leaving, so these two will be negative. The algebraic sum is equal to 0. Now we will find the values of these currents. I0 is equal to IS1. So I0 is equal to IS1. I1 is equal to VA minus VB divided by R1 is equal to I1. I2 is equal to VA minus VC divided by R2. So this is I1, this is I2. I3 is equal to VB minus VC minus ground voltage is 0, so VB divided by R3, and I4 is equal to VC divided by R4 and I5 is equal to IS2. This is IS2. Now we will put the values of these currents in the node equation. So node A equation is I0 is equal to I1 plus I2. I have taken the negative values of I1 and I2 on the other side and they have become positive. So I0 is equal to IS1 is equal to I1 is equal to VA over R1 minus VB over R1. I have separated the denominators in this step, plus I2 is equal to VA over R2 minus VC over R2. If we combine the VA term, these will become 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 into VA plus 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 is into VB, and here I will take it. No, there is a little mistake. This is VB minus 1 over R1 into VB minus 1 over R2 into VC. This is equal to IS1. So this is our first equation. Now we will put the values of currents in node B equation, that is I1 plus I5 minus I3 is equal to 0. So I1 is equal to VA over R1 minus VB over R1. I5 is equal to IS2 and I3 is equal to VB over R3. It is equal to 0. We will combine the same voltage terms. 1 over R1 into VA minus 1 over R1 plus 1 over R3. This is VB and it is equal to IS2 negative. This is our equation 2. There is a little mistake, minus I3, so here this will be minus VB over R3, and when we will combine VB terms, then minus 1 over R1 minus 1 over R3. Both of these terms will be negative. So this is our second equation. Now we will Put the value of current in the third node equation in node C. Now we will put the values of current in this equation. I2 is equal to VA minus VC over R2, minus I5 is equal to IS2, minus I4 is equal to VC over R4 is equal to 0. So VA over R2 minus VC over R2 minus VC over R4, this is equal to IS2. So we will combine VC terms. So 1 over R2 into VA minus 1 over R2 minus 1 over R4. This is VC and it is equal to 1 over IS2. This is our third equation. Now we will write these three equations in the matrix form, and the matrix will be, first we will write the coefficient of VA of the first equation, that is 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2. Coefficient of VB is minus 1 over R1 and VC is equal to 1 over 1 R2. In the second equation, coefficient of VA is minus 1 over R1 plus 1 over R3. Coefficient of VC is 0. In the third equation, minus 1 over R2 is 0 and 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. VA, VB and VC, and this matrix is equal to IS, IS2 and minus IS2. This is matrix A, this is matrix X, this is B. We want to find X, so X is equal to A inverse B. If we find the inverse of this matrix, put it here and we will find the value of node voltages VA, VB and VC. Now we will see what will happen if there is a voltage source in our circuit. So there can be three possibilities. The first one is, if there is a voltage source in our circuit and there is a series resistance, this is Vs and this is Rs. This is the rest of the circuit. If the voltage source is in this form, then we can use source transformation to solve the circuit, and we can convert it into a voltage source, into a current source with a parallel resistance Rs. IS will be equal to Vs over Rs. In this way we will know the value of the current and we can apply KCL rule. But if there is not a series resistance across our voltage source, then what we will do, we will simply, this is positive and this is negative. Yes. For example, this is the node B and this is node A. We consider it as a reference node, then our circuit will become easy. We will automatically know the value of the node voltage VA due to this source, and VA will be equal to Vs. This voltage source will actually simplify our circuit, and we will not have to find this voltage at this node. There is a third possibility also. If there is a voltage source and it is connected between two nodes B and A, but in this situation we cannot consider any of these nodes as a ground node. So what we will do, we will make a super node and we will combine both these nodes as a single node, and we will write the KCL equation by adding the KCL equation of these two terms, and the voltage will be equal to VA minus VB. VA minus VB will be equal to Vs. We will shortly solve an example to understand all these three methods to solve the circuit. So this is an example in which there are two voltage sources and we want to find the node we want to apply node voltage analysis to find the voltage across element. In this circuit, we want to find the voltage V0 across R3. So this question can be done using the first two methods. Either we can use source transformation, because this voltage source has a series resistance and this voltage source also has a series resistance. So we will solve it by both methods and we will see that the answer will be same. So how this source transformation can be done? This is a current source and this resistance will be in parallel. Value of this current source will be Vs1 over R1. This is R1. R3 will remain same as it is, and R2 will be in parallel to this current source, and the value of this current source will be Vs2 divided by R2. Now we have only two nodes. This node we will consider it as ground, and this node we can consider it as VB. This is the node voltage. So we will assume current direction leaving. This is I1, this is I2, this is I3. This IS1 is entering and this IS2 is also entering. So we will write the KCL equation. IS1 is entering, so we will take it as positive, and I will write its value Vs1 over R1, and IS2 will also be positive, it is entering, so Vs2 over R1. And these three currents are leaving, they will be negative, but I am writing them on the right side, so they will be positive, and the value will be Vb divided by R1, it is I1, plus Vb divided by R3, it is I3, we call it I3, and this is I2, and plus Vb divided by R2, it is I2. Vb can be taken as common, and the remaining will be 1 over R1, 1 over R2, plus 1 over R3, and this is Vs1 over R1 plus Vs2 over R2. This term will be divided here, and we will find the value of Vb which we want to find. So Vb is equal to Vs1 over R1 plus Vs2 over R2, and I will take the LCM of this term here in the denominator, R1, R2, R3, and it will be equal to, in the numerator, R2, R3 plus R1, R3 plus R1, R2. This term will multiply with the numerator, and the answer will be Vs1. R1 will be cancelled with R1 and remaining R2, R3. So plus this term will become Vs2, R2 will be cancelled with R2 and remaining will be R1, R3, and the denominator will be R2, R3 plus R1, R3 plus R1, R2. This will be Vb, Vb will be equal to V0. Now we will solve this circuit using the second method, in which we will not convert this voltage source into current source either. We will consider the voltage here. This Va, we do not need to write a KCL equation for this node, because it is connected with the voltage source and the other end is connected with the ground, so the voltage here will be Vs1, and similarly the voltage here will be equal to Vs2. The only unknown is Vb, so we will write KCL equation for Vb. We can take all the currents leaving, so I1, I3 and I2. So I1 is equal to Vb minus Va, which is equal to Vs1 divided by R1, plus Vb minus Vc is equal to Vs2 divided by R2, plus Vb minus 0 divided by R3, this is I3, and this sum is equal to 0. Now we will separate the denominators. Vs1 Vb, Vs1 Vb over R1 minus Vs1 over R1 plus Vb over R2 minus Vs2 over R2 plus Vb over R3 is equal to 0. We will take minus Vs1 minus Vs2 on the other side like this. This is the solution of the previous example, but both these solutions are same. As you can see, these two terms will go on the other side and they will become positive, and on this side Vb over R1, Vb over R2, Vb over R3 will be remaining. So the next will be solved similarly and both answers will be same. So in this way you can solve the circuit by both methods, and both are equally lengthy, not much difference. So now we will solve another example to understand the super node concept. So this is a circuit. There are two voltage sources. This is a node A, node B, node C, and this is node D. We can either ground this node, either we can ground this node. But if we ground this node, we will know the voltage at this point, but the node voltage at this point will be unknown. So I will choose this node as a ground node, and no, what is super node? Super node is formed here. These two nodes that are connected with this voltage source, they will be combined, and node A and node C will be considered as a single node, and KCL equation will be written like this. Consider this current I1, this is I2, these both are leaving. Similarly, this I3 is also leaving this node, I4 is also leaving this node. So we will write the KCL equation. Both every current is leaving, so I will take leaving currents as positive. I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4 is equal to 0. I1 will be equal to VA, voltage at node A, minus 0 divided by R1. I2 is equal to VA minus VB divided by R2, plus I3 is equal to VB minus I3 will be equal to VC minus VB divided by R3, and I4 is equal to VC divided by R4, and sum is equal to 0. We put the value of VA and VC, which is known. This will become known. So the voltage at point B will be equal to VB is equal to Vs2, and VA minus VC is equal to Vs1. VA minus VC is equal to Vs1, and this is equal to Vs2. So we will separate these terms and combine the same voltage terms. This is 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 from this, and this is the coefficient of VA, minus 1 over R2 VB, 1 over R3, 1 over R4, plus 1 over R3 plus 1 over R4. These are VC, their common VC voltage, and here minus VB over R3 is equal to 0. So we will take VB on the other side because VB is known and VA and VC is unknown. So 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 into VA plus 1 over R3 plus 1 over R4 into VC is equal to, these negative terms will become positive on the other side, 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3 multiplied by VB. VB is known, we can replace it with Vs2, and VC minus VA is equal to Vs1. So in this way you can solve this circuit. I hope now you have got a better understanding of super node, and this is the end of node voltage analysis. In the next lecture we will start mesh current analysis. Thank you.